The show is still the Eastern Business Report on the Afia Business Morning. I'm Nnamdi Obaya. And as part of Fashion Week, I told you we're focusing on the business of fashion today, talking the business of styling and designing in the region. And in the studio now, we have Igwe Glory Uzoma. She's the CEO of Glochi Couture. And she's a fashion entrepreneur, or should we say fashionpreneur? Fashionpreneur.
Fashion entrepreneur.
Good to have you here.
Thank you.
Let me start from the beginning. How profitable is it doing fashion in this region?
Well, you can say there's progress. But you can't compare the East to other places like Lagos and Abuja. They are more exposed. They have more international visibilities and international bodies there. But yeah, yes, it's profitable because we still make money. We're still growing. The fashion in the East is growing. And in Enugu, compared to Port Harcourt, which is much more ahead of us, there's still growth. We'll get there. I believe we'll get there. So it's profitable. As long as you are creative. It's more about how creative you are. If you're creative and you know what you're doing, your works will speak for you. So it's profitable.
I'm glad you mentioned creative because when it comes to the styling side of it now, most of the people who most likely appreciate the creativity are people who want to be seen. So that's your musicians, actresses, celebrities. Let me say women on TV. Let me say particularly. No, I because I have to give it to Nigerian women. When it comes to Nigerian women on TV, you know we can just wear native and tie. Nigerian women, the miracles they put on TV, and they come from people like you. So in this region, how engaged are you with the creative industry with regards to styling and giving them that look?
In the East here,
Yes.
specifically the Enugu, we have very good designers. We have very good designers that are creative, to say. And we still have clients outside Enugu that reaches out to us that wants our creativity, that wants us to style them. So it's not just about you have to be in Lagos or you have to be in Abuja for your work to be seen. No. So like I said, it still boils down to how creative. Once you're good, people will always look for you. People will source for you. Like outside the country, people will always come for you. So once you know what you do, you know your onion, your work will always stand for you. So, like you said, Nigerian women, we love the razzmatazz. like they say, Lagos for sure.
Yes,
because me, I was
for
born
sure.
and brought up in Lagos.
Yes,
so
no.
Lagos
so was
for
I.
sure. So, but we still want to bring a touch of that Lagos to the East. And that's what we're trying to do. So that's why our creativity will always speak for us. When you know, the funny thing is, when you see a Lagos brought up, you can always identify from their work. I'm telling you, like anyone, when you see someone that's been in Lagos, that creativity in Lagos, like, you bring it down here, like, you're just going to be different. Like, I speak for myself. Like, when I came to the East, like, when I started my brand here in the East, a lot of people come across, like, are you from Lagos? I'll be like, yes. We're like, no wonder, like that thing, like that Lagos thing. I would be like, are you serious? So, over the years, I've had my brand. My brand has always been different from every other brand in the East. And that's something I'm always very grateful because my creativity always stands out.
I mean, so let me ask this. Because you mentioned when you see people from Lagos. So what makes Lagos different? Is it I'm guessing, you already mentioned international exposure and the fact that Lagos has to compete internationally. But that competition, do you think that maybe there's not enough competition here to, maybe drive this creativity? Or or is it that people here don't look around? What do you think is the reason why you can see quickly who is from outside the region and who is from inside the region?
Yes, there's a limited competition here in the East. And in fact, not just competition, collaboration.
Okay.
Yes. Like here in the East, we don't really have much of fashion exhibitions, fashion shows and all. In fact, collaborations compared to Lagos, you can see, as a stylist or as a designer, a stylist can reach out to you. Let's do collaboration. I want us to do this. It's not just about the profit now. It's not just about you making, it's about putting your work out there. A stylist can reach out, a designer can come and say, okay, the stylist is reaching out to you. you pick up a photographer, reach out to a photographer, reach out to a makeup artist. They are not looking at what's coming into them because they are looking at what they will get in the long run.
Yeah.
Putting their brand out there. So yes, we don't really have that much here in the East. We don't really have that much. That's one of the constraints we have. Besides just having financial constraints and all that, we have like limited international brands here. We have limited competition, like healthy competition here in the East, especially here in Enugu, to be precise. So that's something I feel we should look out to do. Like we should be open to collaboration. As designers, as stylists, as photographers, as makeup artists, we should be open to collaboration. At least that will take our brand and our work out there, put it out there. It's not just, oh, how much is the need for me? Or when a designer reaches out to a makeup artist, you're like, oh, how much are you paying? Or reaching out to a model, oh, how much? You get what I mean? That's one of the constraints we face in the fashion industry here in the East.
I mean, but everybody too is looking for money.
We're all looking for money,
has it.
obviously.
But I understand where you're coming from in terms of long-term and strategic thinking. So my question is this: you mentioned we don't have a lot, and truly, I know that apart from I know in June I mark my calendar for Cold City Fashion Experience. Then later on in the year, around December, I mark Food and Fashion Fest. But I'm not really thinking. I don't know. Is there any other? Is there any gathering of maybe even if it's not a runway event? Is there anything where even if it's just a sit down and discuss, have lunch, do the people in the fashion industry even sit down with each other? Is there an event where models, see, I'm giving you an idea for events now. I think I should keep quiet. But let me ask, is there any are there platforms even online where there is communication between members of the industry here?
Well, unfortunately, I would say no. None that I know of, you understand? Like, okay, let me use, for example, last year when we were planning Ijengala, we had a lot of issues like what I just said. We don't really have that healthy competition. We don't have healthy collaboration here in the East. That's the truth. So while we're reaching out to designers, we open call for designers, for makeup artists. Most of them were all about what they are going to get. And the good thing about what we did last year was the fact that we didn't take a dime from anybody. All we needed was you come and showcase your work. You come and put your work out there. So even when you're having a platform to put your work out there, to show your work to people and say, oh, this is what I'm doing, this. But still, a lot of them still wanted something in their pocket.
So rather than, I mean, because I know about fashion shows, you pay to get on fashion shows.
Exactly. On fashion shows, you pay. So that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, even when you give them a free platform, some still don't utilize it. I mean,
I can't argue with you because I remember one of my first experiences in this town was we have a program, How Market, and another one, The Market. So we went to the market to, met the market chairman, Honorable Fumba, great guy, New Haven Market. Told him, this is what we want to do. We want to give traders, put on our camera, come and sit down, advertise your good for free. And the man was shocked. He said, for free? Yes. Nothing. Yes. DSTV. He said, yes. And he said, let's go. Said he went to the market. He was so excited that, this is going to push the people in his market. First place he went to, the guy said, how much are we going to give him to advert? He said, no, you're advertising your good. He said, I'm giving you program. He said, what? So I understand where you're coming from. And do you think there's maybe the shop mentality is still there? I mean, people fully haven't embraced things like collaboration, media, and other things.
Yeah, they haven't. Like, some will be like, oh, if I'm sitting in my shop, I'll make more money than coming out to, like, they feel like it's a time wasted. You get that kind of thing. Like, you just feel, oh, rather than just sit in my business place and make money than coming out, so we still need to embrace healthy collaboration here in the East. At least that will also give us opportunities for international bodies to recognize us.
Which again brings me back. Enugu, of course, we know Asaba has done a bit of hijack in terms of Nollywood from Enugu. But, Enugu still has a vibrant movie scene. I know Brown Ene does a great job here. But my question now is, these people now, television, okay, for television I mean I can say we're probably the only ones in Enugu, with the exception of ESBS, NTA, about television, movies, music videos. How much deliberate collaboration is there between them and fashion designers and stylists? Or is it one person chasing after and begging the other? Or what exactly is the relationship? Because normally, those are the people that push each other.
Exactly. Okay. Well, I don't know because I don't know much about that space, but I believe that there should be collaboration because each set have a stylist.
Yeah.
They have people in charge of costumes, and I believe this stylist reaches out to designers or reaches out to fashion brands for collaboration. Like, let me use an example. I have this. Someone reached out to me yesterday. They are organizing a pageant, I think in Port Harcourt, and they was like, okay, they want my outfit to be worn by some of the pageantry participants. So I believe there's collaboration. So it's just about how you reach out. It's about, in fact, I think it's about who you know at this point. Do you have that connection to these designers? Do you have that link to the designers, the stylists? So it's all about who you know in this, in fact, in Enugu, in this field, moreover. So, but this is something that's compared to, like I always say, compared to Lagos and other places. That's why they have better collaborations compared to us here. So, which is not supposed to be, like if you're shooting a film,
yeah,
you should be able to reach out to a designer. Oh, please, I'm shooting a movie. Why not? These are your outfits. On this movie, maybe you say, okay, at a token, maybe I might give you a discount because of maybe stains and all that. Maybe I might give you a discount, or maybe, okay, we're giving you a 30%. If the outfit comes back same way, maybe you understand. So maybe they'll be like, okay, you pay so and so amount, but there should be some level of collaboration.
Of course, I agree.
There should be some level of collaboration because we need each other to move forward. If you're not there, I'm not there. How do we move? We can't move. So that's why I say we still lack in that space of healthy collaboration in the East here.
I think what you've said is very, this last part you said is very apt, because I actually do have a friend, I won't mention her name, she's a bit of a big actress, and she said that she was talking about a fashion designer, very smart young lady. The lady brings her clothes to set for cheap. And, most people will argue, I can only bring this amount of clothes. This lady will bring her whole inventory and turn the movie set to a market. And this girl will never sell. She will pay me later, take. And the set that she came to, collecting almost nothing from the producer to give them outfits to style, ends up selling her whole inventory to the actresses there. Exactly. So my question is, if that lady has seen the value, that when I get on set, there's value. Is it that here in the East, people don't believe that people are providing value to each other? Or is there no value? Because I believe that once I see value, I'll collaborate. I mean, if you thought that this channel is not on DSTV, this guy is lying, you wouldn't come. And if I was like, but I do have your jacket, so I know. So there's a respect of mutual value. What is the problem with value in this region, that people don't see each other's value? Because they're not collaborating, because even when I can't get money, what am I getting from you? Why don't they feel that they get value from each other?
Well, I don't know. I still feel maybe it's individual mindsets. And like you said, they've not really embraced collaboration. We've not seen past that, getting that money now. We've not seen that in the long run, I am getting something from this. I am not just getting it now, immediately. So if people get to see that, I believe they will embrace collaboration.
I can only hope, because if this mindset has been here for so long, what now is the thing that will be done that will change the industry mindset and bring collaboration? What needs to happen? Because we can't wait for it to happen. So what needs to be done?
It is already happening. I believe it's already happening, because we have like fashion shows coming up. Now we have fashion shows that we see like where they are doing collaboration, even though they still pay a token, they still pay, and people are now willing to collaborate at some point. So it's still a process. We're growing. We're embracing it. It's bit by bit. At least compared to 3 years back, you can see we have changes going on. I'm sure in the next 2 years, a whole lot will be different. There'll be lots of improvements in the fashion space.
All right. Before you go, I have to say this. Unfortunately for you people at home, you don't have the pleasure of seeing the lovely trousers she's wearing, and I want my own copy. Like I love this fabric. I think I'm going to. Maybe this is what I'll start doing.
Thank you.
Ankara trousers. If you guys, I'm so sorry. You guys can see very, very lovely print trousers, but don't worry. When I get my own and put pictures on Instagram, you guys will be able to see it. But thank you so much for coming here this morning.
Thank you so much
I really
for
appreciate it.
having me.
And we hope that maybe there'll be more collaboration, more openings, and maybe more people from here need to maybe leave Enugu, go around and work with people outside and see how it's done, and then bring that back.
Exactly, have an experience.
We look forward to that, and we know the industry will grow. Thank you so much for being here this morning. So we won't call you Igwe Glory, we'll call you Glochi.
That's fine.
Thank you for being on the program this morning. And that's all we can take on the Eastern Business Report. But Afia Business Morning is not yet over. Of course, Market Picking is ready to take you into the market to meet the traders and see the products, how market comes up next. All right, after this. So please stay tuned. Channel 254 DSTV 17 Go TV. And of course, 748 on Free TV till I see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. for another edition of Afia Business Morning. This is Nnamdi Obaya saying have a very, very profitable business day.